Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here doing a recap of last night and look at today's games here for the 29th of July. Only a couple more days until the trade deadline, so definitely looking forward to that. But anyway, hopefully you guys all had a pretty good Friday as we did. Like I said, we will be looking ahead to today's main slate here for Saturday. We have 10 games for us. So anyway, this was premium last night. The three I shared, they all cashed, as you see there. Very, very good from all three of them. 223, 209, and a 203. Solid night, all around there for baseball. So anyway, we're gonna get into the 223 one here. Anyway, I went with Alex Wood. Thought he would rebound from that little last game where he only had 5 points, only had 30. I think his price needs to drop down quite a bit. I thought for sure he'd do have decent against the Giants, but still got me 30. I'll take it, but definitely expecting at least 50 to 60 from him. Next was Gary Sanchez. Yankees did score 6, but Sanchez only got me 6 points. That's a big dud right there. But besides that, rest of the lineup was really good. Carlos Santana, big 27.9. Jose Ramirez with a 44.3. He wasn't well owned at all. Adrian Beltre with a solid 16.2. Elvis Andrews, before, really good night from him. I told you guys in the video last night I love the Texas stack. Hopefully you guys did play that. What was Reddick? I told you guys he needed to step up, and he did. 32.7. Also, I had Clint Frazier in the lineup. I gave you guys last night. Obviously, it was just a rough draft, but I did tell you guys to put him in there, 25.7, and I told you to put in Fisher. So, I mostly used most of the same guys that I used in the lineup that I gave you guys. So, yeah, 223, not too bad at all. Also, we did do a WNBA last night as well, 187.9, pretty good night. The other two lineups that I had came up just short, but that was because I guess one of the games that I had some of the players from, they had a link in their arena. I guess something was dripping from the ceiling, so they had to postpone that game, which really sucked because that's obviously I had some players in there. So if they didn't postpone that game, would have definitely all three of them would have cashed. So unfortunately, only 1 out of 3. But like I said, the only reason the other two didn't cash is because of the stupid postponement. But anyway, a pretty good night last night. So, yeah, guys, as normal, if you're interested in premium line, it's only $25 for the month, as you just see there for MLB. You easily make your money back. 25, that's just nothing. Really cheap there. WNBA, you can make that back easy as well. Only $30 for the rest of the season, very cheap. PGA, $25 for the month, $8 for the slate. As normal, we offer it for Fanduel, DraftKings, and Fantasy Draft. And as normal, when NFL comes around, we are doing that. In NBA, we are doing both of those sports as well. So there you go. There's the prices, guys. Very, very reasonable prices. As I said, as you can see from the results, you can easily make it back there. So as normal, there is our email right there. Also, it will be in the in the comment section as well. Also, you can follow and hit us up on Twitter. That will be down there as well for you. So, yeah, like I said, it was a good night last night, but we are moving on to Saturday. So anyway, we're going to start with the starting pitcher. This is just going to be a list of all the games. So I'm just going to go through everybody here. Some of them may be on the main slate. Some of them may be on the early slate. But I'm just going to go through the top here. I think the cash game option here obviously is Kluber here against Chicago. That is on the main slate. I think he should easily kill them. I don't mind Jacob deGrom on the early slate. I don't mind Greinke, but I would probably go Kluber if you can get him in there. Kyle Hendricks is kind of a question mark, kind of come off that DL there. He's $8,000. He's a pretty good pitcher, as we know. Brewers, they've been slacking just a little bit. They do strike out quite a bit. So maybe Hendricks, I don't think he'll be that popular, or Brewers could totally hit him. We don't know. Next is Rich Hill. I don't mind him. Giants aren't usually that good against lefties. Hill has been having some walk issues recently, hasn't been getting deep into games around 6 innings, 5 to 6 innings. He's only 9,400, so I don't mind him. I don't mind Trevor Cahill getting the start here for Kansas City. They have been on a big tear here. It is a GPP against the Red Sox, as we know they're a good team, but they've been slacking a little bit. They've been losing, I think, 4 out of their last 6 or something like that. But anyway, they're not doing too well. So hopefully Cahill can get to the Red Sox here. Not too many other guys I would really pick in here. Dilson Lamet maybe against the Pirates, but he could get shelled as well. So yeah, for me, I'm just looking at the big guys. Kluber, maybe some Greinke in there, maybe some Hill. I may find somebody throughout the day, but probably going to be sticking with my big guns here today. So anyway, going to go to the stacks to target for you guys. So anyway, we got Baltimore as the #1 stack against AJ Griffin, which I definitely don't mind. Anyway, as you see there, lefties 396 WALVA, 606 slugging, and home run ratings of 1.065. So Chris Davis obviously in there. Seth Smith, maybe put him in there. Righties as well. They don't do bad. Manny Machado, Jonathan Scope, Adam Jones. And the rating, ballpark rating is a 78. So overall, they're the #1 rated team out there. And then we can obviously go look here at the ratings. The over and under for that game. Where are they at here? Baltimore. All right, there you go. So you see there's an over-under of 11.5, which is huge. I guess Griffin is not going to start. It's Austin Bourbon-Dix, but still I really don't mind. Orioles doesn't really affect me. 85 degrees there. It's going to be hot. Same Kevin Gausman, maybe stack some Rangers. Gausman has been a little bit better, though, recently. But look at, man, that line total is 11.5. Baltimore is only a -125, so it should be a good high-scoring game here. Both of these teams are expected to score quite a bit of runs, so this should be a good one to target. 11.5. That is huge for MLB. So both these pitchers aren't too good, but as I said, Gausman pitching a little bit better. But still, I think Rangers can get to him. And Bourbon-Dix, kind of a relief pitcher kind of guy, goes about 3 or 4 innings. So I don't mind Baltimore. They have been not doing too well, but I really don't mind stacking them. Next is Cleveland against Miguel Gonzalez. Cleveland has been pretty hot. Gonzalez, a terrible pitcher. Doesn't really give up the home run rating there. As you see, it's not too high, but overall slugging and WALV is still not too bad. The reason why, because the ballpark rating in U.S. Sailor is only 63. If you look at the over and under, it's only an 8. That's obviously just because of Kluber pitching, so Chicago's not expecting too many runs. And the spread's at 286, which is really, really high. So that, should mean that Cleveland's going to win this one. So, Lindor as normal. Your normal Cleveland guys, Lindor, Jose Ramirez, Edwin Encarnacion, some Brantley. Just your normal guys right there if you can afford them. Next is Chicago Cubs against Junior Gura. Usually, last year he wasn't too bad of a pitcher. This year, not doing too well at all. He is struggling. In Chicago, they've been hot. So, I really don't mind them. Got over under on this one with a 10 in Chicago with a 161 spread there. So, yeah, they're expecting them to win this one as well. They're in Miller Park. Pretty good place to hit. So, you can get some cheap Cubs in this one. If Albert Almora starts, I don't mind him. Some Ian Happ, Wilson Contreras, they've been hot. As normal, Bryant, and then some Rizzo, Ben Zobrist. But if Albert Almora starts, I really don't mind him as a little cheap option there. All right, moving on. Petit, that one is on the early slate. Next is Miami against Tim Alderman, which I really don't mind this one at all. Lefties here, a 5'11 slugging, home run ratings of 0.919. So I really don't mind that. WALV is not too bad either. And then righties, not too bad either. They are in Miami Marlins Park. Not the best rating there, but still 9 over total there. So I don't mind that one. As normal, Ozuna, Yelich, Stanton, maybe some Tyler Moore. He's been getting a couple more starts there. JT Realmuto, if you don't want to go Wilson Contreras. And I think that's mostly it. If we go a little bit lower here, maybe some Houston against Matt Boyd. They do hit lefties pretty well, but that's mostly with Springer and Correa in there. Matt Boyd, not really that good of a pitcher. So maybe some Fisher again. Maybe some Jose Altuve. Reddick maybe, but not my favorite stack. The Mets stack here might be a GPP on the early slate against Gallardo. He's not too good, as we know. There you go, Pittsburgh against Dilson Lamet. As we know, this guy strikes out a lot of people, but he gives up the long ball quite a bit. As you see there, Lefty ratings are pretty good, 414. Walva slugging's a 651 and home run rating a .868. I think that's on the main slate. It is. Only bad thing they are in Petco Park was not a good place to hit. Over only an 8 total, which isn't too high, but maybe some catching might get you 1 or 2. But for the most part, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Let me see here if anyone else. Not really looking at anyone else. Maybe Cincinnati hits up Adam Conley, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So my main stacks here, Baltimore and Texas. I know it says Griffin, but he's not pitching. Baltimore, Texas, love those guys. Don't mind some Cleveland and Chicago and Miami. Those are probably the 4 I'm really targeting. Obviously, if you try and get Kluber in there, it's going to be a little bit hard to stack there. So like I said, maybe try and find somebody throughout the day, but Kluber is the sure number 1 starter there. So, yeah, I think that mostly does it there, guys, as normal. Once again, a pretty good night for us for premium lineups. If you guys are interested in them, definitely let us know. All 3 of those right there were premium lineups, and they all did cash very, very, very easily. And also, as I said, WNBA did well as well. So, as normal, $25 for the month for MLB, 3 to 4 lineups for main slate. WNBA, $30 for the rest of the season for the main slate. PGA, $25 for the month, $8 for the slate. Those PGA always starts on Thursday morning. And then, as normal, we offer it for Fanduel, DraftKings, and Fantasy Draft. And there is our email as well. All right, guys, I think that does it. Hope everyone has a pretty good Saturday, and we'll see you guys all on Sunday.